All right, so what did you really think about this trash
Oh my
heap?
gosh. Okay, so I don't remember exactly what point it was in the movie, but all of a sudden I heard you start laughing.
Couldn't
And
help
I couldn't
myself.
help myself. I just started dying. And there's a scene where they're supposed to open these vault doors to the CEO of the building or whatever, and he goes, "Oh, where did you hide it? Where did you hide it?" He's looking on this computer.
The failsafe or
Yeah,
whatever.
the failsafe, and it's hidden at the top of the turbines.
The power of the skyscraper.
It was the most absurd thing.
That kind of wraps up the movie as a whole. Like, let's just take something and add
It was so
absurdness to it that
stupid.
can't be taken seriously.
It was so dumb.
That's my rant about this movie. Like, okay, I think when you start a movie, there's rules to the movie.
my God.
Like, Harry Potter's believable because of the rules that are set up within the movie. Like, magic's real and whatever. This movie, it's like, if it had taken place in the real world, and clearly it doesn't.
Why did you use Harry Potter?
Just hear me out. You have to set up the rules for a movie. Like, what is reality and what isn't. Let me finish. This movie, you don't know what's reality. Like, the building I thought was cool. They're showing the building at the beginning, and I'm like, all right, I like the garden design. Whoever's in on this, they did a good job. But none of that pays off. And he's supposed to be.
All right there, buddy.
No, I'm choking to death on just the fact.
Why don't you let me speak?
Go.
You're gonna ruin this.
Just go. I can't. I'm exasperated.
I can take a movie for what it is. I don't need it to set that up. That's ridiculous.
No, I think it works.
It's a single standalone movie. Who cares?
Yeah, but
But
damn.
as far as the seriousness versus
What did that pearl thing have to do with anything
yeah,
besides the setup at the end?
that
Ridiculous.
was highly stupid.
Oh, look, you can see down. That's 8K cameras and wow. Oh, all for the ending?
The best was the rebooting of the phone. Oh my god!
I'm not sure if that was like
Rebooting.
sexist or not, but I mean, that was stupid. Oh, just to set up the ending where she hits the tablet.
Yeah,
Did she
you know what's
serve any
funny? It
purpose?
happened, and I swear I thought. I hope that's not foreshadowing that he has
I
to
thought
reset.
the same
That he has to
thing.
reboot the whole tower, and I was right.
I
was dead on.
I'd like to know who was the antagonist in this movie, because you don't find out through halfway through the film, and you don't care. And that's one of the other movie's big parts. We should have touched on that more. You don't know who the bad guy, and it reveals some of the bad guys who aren't later in the movie for another. They're only in the movie for another 5 minutes, and they reveal them too quick. You're like, oh, he's a bad guy. Okay, they could have probably kept that hidden a little.
That
more.
is the least of my worries.
There's so many small and big problems with this movie that clump it together into the crap that it is.
It was a giant pile of rubbish.
Total.
It was.
Okay, so he's supposed to be an expert in this building. You only know
that was another.
you only
aspect.
know this by the fact that she's like, you know this building better than the architects. Like, and I was confused, being like, wait, are you in the building now? Are you at your house? Where are you? You have no idea where he is at the beginning. She's like, oh, you started your business out of your garage. I'm like, well, so you have a house. Why are you living there? What's going on? And they're supposed to get back, right? They go to the panda place and like, oh no, she's back. She wasn't supposed to come back. Well, wait a minute. It was dark out. Are you seeing the pandas at night? Oh, wait, never mind. The bracelet's supposed to see them at night. Ooh, ah.
Yeah.
But what does it matter about keeping her away? What did that have to do with anything? Like, they only...
Yeah, I don't know.
They only wanted the keypad.
If they were going to kill everybody, just kill them.
They wanted the keypad, and, like, they take it from him, like, okay.
There were many contradictory things.
It didn't matter.
Contradictory?
Contradictions. Whatever. The movie's one giant contradiction. Look, it suffered. It didn't know what it wanted to be. Is it a family-friendly, no, or... Because it's not.
Well, it's not a family-friendly film.
No, it's
They dropped
not.
the F-bomb in there.
Did they?
Yeah.
When?
He said, I'm going to go up to the top of the building. If you don't open the doors, I'm going to take your daughter to the top of the building and throw her off the effing roof. How do you not remember that?
I was laughing too hard, I guess. I was just brain dead at that point.
There were many laughable scenes.
I did laugh pretty hard at some, but I wasn't supposed to be laughing at them.
No. Oh, the sword!
Oh, Lord.
Oh, that killed me. I started dying.
One, I thought it was a dagger. I thought the sword was like this big. And I thought it was underneath a picture frame, and that was it. And it was this giant blade that he pulls out and he kills one guy, and I'm like, that's it? Like, the movie wanted to be Die Hard, but like a friendlier Die Hard. And I'm going, the whole time, One, I've never seen The Rock so weak in a movie. I understand he's damaged, he's lost a leg, whatever.
Yeah.
He was just like terrible at everything. Like he should have that axe that he found. He should have been around just throwing it at guys.
Oh, that brings me to the bridge scene.
Oh, that bridge scene.
The bridge scene was just that
cringy
was cringe.
bad.
That was
I love how he takes the plank and he
was-
throws it down. I'm going the whole time going, why don't you take the other one? Why don't you have two instead of one? That would help. Maybe you could walk across
when he
two
said,
in case one fails.
"I'm going to hold the bridge
that's
steady,"
great. And
he grabs the cables and he's holding the bridge steady. You and I just started losing it.
I couldn't help myself.
It didn't. That whole scene was so dumb. And why? I thought the kids were together, and then she's magically 3 floors up. Why did he come back?
Oh, I guess they got separated by the log. God forbid she just walk around it. And all of a sudden, she's in the garden, and explosions start happening in the middle. What was that all about? Like, no, fires tend to just...
I don't know. But
that wouldn't work.
That bridge scene was fantastic.
Oh, the family did not need to be in the movie.
I'm going to cut this cable and the elevator's going to drop.
Yeah, he hit
floors.
a steel cable that thick with an axe.
Yeah, they would barely do anything to it.
It may dent it. That's about it. Again, that's my complaint about you're not dealing in reality. Not even close. If you're not going to, fine, but you set up the movie as if you were. Like, here's this new high-tech building in the world today. You know, today's day. Isn't this cool? And I'll give you the pearl. It's stupid, but I'll give it to you. But the rest of everything did not fit. It was dumb. Like, oh, let's have this off-site thing where they go and kill... And then you don't see those people for another hour.
Oh, brings me to another point.
Oh, and the badass Asian girl. Like, oh, here she goes. She's chopped. And I'm like, of course she is. This is such a cliche. It's sickening.
And
you never see it in the movie. And then very end...
The performances from those...
Goodness.
From all those different characters were terrible. But at the end, when it transitions and they're at the construction site...
Why was
shooting
the
that up
site in
all
the
of a
movie?
sudden,
so she could get the pad, so she could turn off the.
I know, so many cliches.
Who wrote this?
And I thought there were parts that it wanted to reference Die Hard or kind of like tip its cap to it, and it didn't.
No,
with the duct tape, I thought, oh, he's gonna strap the gun to something, and then he just pulled the sword out. I think again.
Yeah, and what did the sword have to do? He just hit it down his pants.
That was awesome. I couldn't contain myself.
I'll say this: I lost my train of thought just a hair. Okay, when he's taking his hands and he's climbing out of the side, like he's very crafty. He's very able to gadget stuff. I like that part. They should have built that up. And another thing, to make the movie successful, they needed 3 things. One, build that whole thing that he's crafty up. I thought that was cool. The heights thing. Hey, we're dealing with a tower that's on fire. Show us more of his view of holy crap. Look how far we are down.
Got it one time,
once or twice.
The whole time he's falling. Give us a view of him looking straight down.
Or how about when he's turning around with the rope? Like, show us his world. They did it a little fraction of a second, but show us his world spinning around. He's completely confused, or where he's upside down, like looking down. I know. So many lost opportunities. It should have been more violent. Him kicking more butt, because he doesn't kick any butt in this movie. None.
A little bit.
He's more slapping than punching, okay? Like the fight in the beginning, that's the only fight. It's really weak. And he kills his friend accidentally. I'm like, all right, but that was kind of weak. Like, dude, I know you're missing a leg here, brother, but
it wasn't a bad tussle around.
It was fine, but it was average. I expect an action movie, because it was sold to me as an action movie, to be an action movie, and this was not up to the caliber. None of the firefights were exciting. Again, that movie drug in the action scene. Gunfights.
Oh! I thought you meant like the fire of the building.
No.
No, they were very generic shooting. Generic. Oh, it didn't hit him. Like, you have a machine gun.
Clearly, you could hit him. You'd shred him in a matter of seconds.
And the whole end was very reminiscent of John Wick 2.
It was with the mirrors.
With the mirrors and
the projectors, a little different. And also the floor. Why was the floor was it good because of grenades? They were just
There's
like
no way a grenade did that.
No, it's nonsense. But, and again, my issue with just completely ignoring.
But
reality.
I thought at the end when he goes and he kills the bad guy, he goes, "Oh, I'm behind you," and he just kicks him off. I thought he was going to have a gun just.
Yeah, he never picked up a gun the whole movie.
Or like something strapped to his back. I thought that's what was going to happen.
But he never did.
Whatever. I should have seen it coming. But...
I should have seen a lot of... What else am I going to say about this? It was. I'm not saying it's a disappointment because I didn't expect.
It was a
much.
simple story. It was.
It could, and that look. I'm fine with the
Very
simple plot
simple.
as long as you throw it full of cool things I want to see, and I saw nothing cool.
They had stuff at their disposal. They had the whole towering, the whole fire,
right,
and skyscraper.
Cool concept.
And, yeah, you can do a lot with that.
High tech building. There's a fire on it. What are we doing? I'm trapped in here. I'm trying to get my family out, and you don't care about the family.
And I understand he needed motivations to go back into the tower.
Well, I'm
But
fine
I
with
feel
that.
like he should have gotten his kids out
He should have never left.
right away.
He should have never left the tower. His whole leaving the tower in the first place, I thought, was nonsense. And him, but they had to have a crane scene with him jumping back into it.
I think a lot of that movie was built upon that crane scene.
Exactly, and that's not the
Big
way to make a
times.
movie.
Hey, what if we have a guy?
What if we have?
Oh,
The Rock?
I got it. Oh, The Rock.
Because he's big.
How about this?
He's big.
You guys are not going to believe this.
Oh, it's
We have
gonna be
the
great.
Tallest building
The tallest in the world.
in the world.
Oh my god! I knew you were going to say that.
3 times taller than the Empire State Building. 3 times.
We should
3.
go 4, but let's do 3 because budget
Let's
wise.
start with 3.
Okay,
The
we'll start
next
with
movie
3.
we'll move to 4 or 5.
Okay, right. There'll be sequels.
Then
We're
going to have a crane.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Like a construction crane.
A construction crane.
Okay. It's in Japan, so I thought, China, so I thought maybe a crane like an origami, but you
Nope.
mean construction.
We're not
Okay.
going that far.
All right.
Don't talk about that.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
It's on the
waiting.
top of it. Yeah.
can't
Here's the
wait.
kicker, Dave.
I'm listening.
He only has 1 leg.
I'm speechless.
Only 1 leg.
Is he a vet?
He is.
Oh,
He is.
we'll cater to that crowd. It'll be great.
It's going to be incredible. He's going to run as fast as he can
Across the crane.
across the top of the crane.
'Cause he has
aimed
to-
at the building. It's aimed at the building.
He has to save his wife. His wife and children.
2 children.
2 children. Oh my god.
I know. We're going to make so much money with this movie.
This movie is going
Okay.
to be a blockbuster. Everyone will come
And when
see
we have the
this.
trailer,
Yes.
we're gonna end it when he's
So you don't know.
halfway in between the crane and the building, and you don't know.
So you won't
if he's
know.
gonna make it.
Oh, it's gonna
But
be great.
He's gonna make it. I mean, it's The Rock. I mean, come on, he's gonna make it.
But what if he doesn't? No, he will. No, he will.
Definitely
we have to
gonna
sell
make
the
it.
movie.
He's definitely gonna make
right,
it.
of course.
You know,
Yes.
it's impossible.
I was
that
scared there for
he'd
a
be ever
second.
be able to hold on to it, the building the way he did.
Well, we're not
But,
worried about physics and reality here. We're just worried about selling
You know,
tickets.
it will make a hell of a lot of money.
Fire plus building plus The Rock. You know what that equals?
Money,
Lots
lots
of it.
of money.
Lots of it. And we won't be beaten by some kind of Transylvania movie. I mean, The Rock.
Sandler.
Have you seen Jumanji? Look how much movie that made. We'll throw him up there. He'll make whatever.
That movie made a lot of money.
I surprised. Wesley wasn't that bad, but I can't believe it made that much money. It just isn't right.
So yes, that movie was built on that skyscraper scene. It felt like it to me.
Oh, of course it
It felt
was.
like the whole movie was teetering, like dun dun dun.
But they
Come
didn't.
on, he's not gonna die.
So
You know he's gonna make it in the building.
he's at the bottom and he's like running for the cops on the
How
motorcycle.
long would it take to climb that thing?
And then he's right there, right at the crane. There's no build up. There's no nothing. It's like there, crane. What happened in between there? Maybe he fought more cops. Maybe he climbed over a fence with one
there
leg.
Were 2 times. Yeah, there were 2 times where he had trouble climbing with his leg.
Like, make some challenges for the man. But I guess once you run
The
across the
challenge
crane,
was jumping across that giant chasm of air.
impossibly making it to. Well, I
Whatever.
don't care about that.
It was fine, but I'm just saying the whole movie was built on that. But once he got in there, I feel like he should have found the family immediately and just done the elevator trick, and he should have gotten captured and tried to get out of there because he couldn't find his way out. It would have been better, I feel like, with the stakes.
There were no stakes.
I don't know.
There was no suspense
Like at the
besides
end, I feel like
scenes where I'm like, ooh,
They kept
okay.
teasing the parachutes. Like twice, they mentioned them. Like, oh, the bad guys have the parachutes. Oh, hey, give him your parachute. And then he's sitting there at the end, and he just doesn't go get a parachute.
That's what I said in the theater. Like, just go to get a parachute, dude. Jump off the damn building.
That's
Take your
kind of-
daughter.
That was kind of odd to me.
Get
You're
some
just
duct
gonna
tape, strap her
sit
to you,
there-
and jump off the roof.
Yeah, the duct tape. You've been
Yeah.
doing it all movie.
Instead, we'll just wait for the wife to actually go, oh, I reset it. Ha ha, I'm actually tech savvy.
That was just a cliche ending.
I have to have an action scene with Nev Campbell. Who
What were
cares?
you laughing at the very end when they were on the ground? It was about to end, and you were just cracking up.
I can't remember. I think it was just the cheesiness of the whole thing. Like, there's
Maybe
a
that's what it
crowd
was.
celebrating. Like, oh,
And
we
again,
don't care
it
if there's a
was-
fire burning and maybe thousands of people are
It was
dying.
very
No, let's
much like Die
celebrate.
Hard. At the end, the police chief or police detective on the head on the scene comes over and says something to him. But in Die Hard, everything was just so much better. I had no comparison. But it felt like they wanted to, as I said,
They wanted to be.
tip
They wanted to be
its
the
cap
Rock.
to Die Hard. And say,
Right.
hey, this movie is kind of based off of what Die Hard did 30 years ago.
Or even the
however
tower.
long
Did you
it was.
ever see the Towering Inferno? It was a movie made in like I think '74.
No.
Like who was it? Paul. Is it Paul Newman or Robert? Well, whatever. Anyway, it's not very good. It's very average, but I haven't seen it in years, but it might be better than this. It's more of a horror like suspense movie, and everyone goes crazy because the building's on fire, whatever. But I felt they were trying to be that too, but more like they didn't want to
It
remake.
was kind of overall, there were several different movies, an homage to those type of building skyscraper movies. Mm-hmm. That's what it's trying to be, but
Do you
the
know
little parts that you thought they were referencing, maybe they did, maybe they didn't. Nothing paid off, but
Do you
from
know-
the absurdity of the whole thing, I was laughing, I was entertained. There was a few boring, slow parts.
Yeah, but you take something good like take barbecue. You take lemon meringue pie.
Okay.
Okay? Mix those two together. All right? Doesn't turn out too well. And that's what happened with this
Have
movie.
you done that?
No, but I know not to do it. And this movie should have known not to do those things. And if you are, make it something different, make it its own thing.
could've-
Don't try to copy
it
other
could've-
stuff and make it better because you're just going to fail, and it failed.
Look, everybody's gonna somewhat copy or take ideas from other people.
That's fine, but take tiny ideas and build on them and make it better. This took ideas and made them
But
worse.
having a building on fire, a skyscraper, you're gonna go rescue your family, simple plot, that's fine. But they just didn't execute.
Nothing was executed correctly in this entire movie. Not the acting, not the story, not the plot, not the antagonist, not the protagonist, not the children, not the setting, not anything was executed correct. Not the action. Nothing. I mean, how terrible is a movie when the action scenes put me to sleep? Like, oh, gunfire. Oh, wish there was gunfire in this theater. Make it more exciting, at least.
That is horrible.
Yeah, it's terrible, but I'm just trying to make a point of how terribly this movie was done.
It was not the worst movie I've ever seen. It was not
No.
the worst action movie I've ever seen.
Oh,
It
wait,
was
whoa. It's up there.
Worst
Okay,
action
are
movie
we
I've ever
calling this
seen.
an action movie? Is that what this
Yeah.
is? Okay. Give me a okay, I'm not saying it's the worst, but it's up there. Give me a worst actual action movie. And I don't mean those that are just putridly bad. I mean something that's like this high budget. Okay? Not something that's like a terrible, purposeful, terrible movie. I mean like what's the budget on this?
Have
It
you
had to be in the
seen-
top, it'd be millions, 100 billions. 100 millions, not billions.
Independence Day 2.
Okay, that's sci-fi.
Oh, give me a break.
All right.
Come on.
That's science
There's other
fiction.
movies that are
That is
so
science-
bad.
Okay, give me another one then. One more.
I don't know. Why are we discussing this?
Because I'm telling you, this was a terrible action movie. It's an action movie I never want to see again. Never, ever, ever. I can watch. Look, I'll channel surf and be like, "Oh, an action movie! Yeah, I got my testosterone on. This is gonna be awesome." This, if I saw it, I'd be like, "Quick, turn!" Maybe one scene, I'd be like, "All right, this scene's ridiculous. I'll watch this," but not the crane scene.
I'd watch the end of the movie if it were on. Oh, you know what? That's half an hour left in this movie. Oh, that was a funny. I would turn it back on.
Yeah, for the humor, but that's what you're good for one. That's with zero rewatchability. I'm saying I will never watch this movie again.
No, I won't either. I have no reason. If I catch it on TV for parts, then I will watch it. But it had no rewatchability.
Zero.
It really didn't.
It's such a shame because I love The Rock. I do. He's one of my favorite actors. He really is. He's just awesome. I mean, he makes me want to go to the gym. He makes me want to become a better person.
That's true.
But I just don't know where as a human being, he's a good guy, and where does he find time to be a father, to work out all the gym, and to make so many terrible movies? I don't know where he finds the time. Think about that.
So many terrible
Someone's
movies.
being neglected. I hope not his children. Certainly not his body, because
His
though
body.
it might be his body because they barely showed it in the movie, which
They
I
showed
believe
his the whole shoulder over here, and it was very fit.
As I thought to myself, while
I felt nice. It got a little hot in there when he took his shoulder.
you know,
Little
it
shoulder
did,
right
but
there.
then they cooled me down because I thought when he had the back to the bridge scene when he's holding it, I
Ooh.
thought, you know what would make this scene better if he was shirtless.
Why wasn't he? That's
Yeah.
a perfect opportunity.
Even as a straight man, I thought, you know what? I would enjoy if he was shirtless right now, just to see him like, yeah, man, that's some commitment right there. All right,
That's true.
That's deadlifts right
He
there,
should have
my
popped
man.
that shirt off.
He should have popped it. He didn't. No, it
yeah.
stayed
That shirt should have been
firm,
popped.
and he was holding, and I'm like, shirt gonna come off? Maybe it'll tear. No, didn't tear. No,
That's a
daughter's
great
fine.
point.
So many
He
opportunities.
didn't reference his body either.
Not at
Normally
all.
in movies, he talks
He's
about,
like,
it's a big arm, buddy, or
Check me out. Look at all the push-ups I've been doing, and I gotta look at that and be impressed.
he breaks in the Fast and Furious. He breaks the thing.
Yes.
Breaks the cast. Daddy's got to go to work.
They didn't have that
They
in
didn't
this.
have that.
I was waiting for him to sprout a new leg. Just be like, that's it.
That would have been awesome.
Just one pop.
You know what? It would have fit for the movie. For the absurdity
That's
of
it. I'm done with this. Or you see him grit new one form. Wow. I would have left theater a happy man, but can't believe they didn't go that route. But still, you didn't. I'm not saying you need to see The Rock like butt naked in the movie or something. But he sells as an action star, and look at Arnold in his prime.
Yeah, even
Arnold in his
Jumanji,
prime.
he's sitting there, he's like,
Arnold in his prime, topless and all this stuff. And it's not like saying I need to see that. I'm just saying, yeah, there's a man.
he works out.
Kill somebody,
He's
man,
up at
by
like
just
4
staring
a.m.
at him.
every day. I think he needs to be popping that shirt off next time around. It's a very good point.
Exactly.
I'm going to demand that.
Encourage
for the next movie.
me to go back to the gym every day. Come on, man.
Yeah,
But no,
yeah.
we got.
It was a tease. That little, I think it was his left shoulder. His
it
left
was-
shoulder and left
yeah.
arm.
And he wrapped duct tape around
yeah,
it.
I
And
need
he had
to-
the tat there, but no tat. Okay, my issue is not seeing The Rock shirtless. My issue is he's supposed to be an action star, and he was barely used as an action star. He barely beat up anybody up. He threw a couple punches. He never used a gun. Not saying he has to. I'm fine with him not doing that.
that was fine.
He had that sword, used it once, barely. I mean, the one guy, he kicked the one guy off. I'm like, dude, you were supposed to be the FBI. You were in the Marines. Like John McClane was just a cop from New York, and he's over there, I mean,
I feel like I need to go
slaughtering
watch
terrorists.
Die Hard after this.
Yeah, but
I
it'll
would-
make me hate this movie way more.
Oh, Die Hard's so good.
Please, Hollywood, you don't need to spend hundreds of millions of dollars on a movie. Look at Die Hard's budget. No CG, and what a quality film that is. They're just thrown together. They sat in the conference room,
it was
threw a couple
kind of-
ideas and said, hey, this'll work. And none of it worked.
It felt like they had a couple big ideas. Ooh, we have this and this. And they built a movie around it, which sometimes can work, but they
Very
did
rarely.
not do it right.
If you're going to do that, build it around a plot, not build it around a point in the movie.
But, I'll say again,
Uh-huh.
if you like just ridiculous, rubbish,
Cliche action.
if that's what you like,
Oh, you'll love
you'll
this
enjoy
movie.
this movie. You'll get something out of it. Seeing that,
I don't know what you're gonna get
you'll
out of
get
it.
entertainment. You put all that together, you'll have a good time.
Yeah, I had a good time.
But I don't need to see it again.
Never. And I wanted to have a better time. I've said this a lot.
I was expecting it to be better, and I wasn't. I went in with no expectations, but I thought, all right, they're gonna give me something.
When he grabbed
And-
the axe, I was like, yes.
And I think
now
it was
it's
because
time.
there were
But
several
no.
times where they were starting. You're like, oh, they're about to do a Die Hard scene. Here we go, and then nothing. It felt like they were about to copy, and I would have been so fine with it. But maybe that's why I didn't like it, because I tried to put.
Here's one for you. When he takes the scene, he's like, "I'm gonna kill your daughter." He's like, "Urgh." He gets that whole stare, like I'm going, "Oh snap!" The boy has snapped. He's ready to kill. He's gonna go on a rampage. This is gonna be awesome. Oh, and then what did he do? He went and climbed off on the building to reset the turbine, and then
See
that
what
was
you
about
did
it.
There, Rampage. Very good.
Oh, crap. Okay. Well,
He did go on a rampage.
he did. I did not see that movie.
I heard it was terrible.
Well, again, he just finds time to make more terrible movies. He's look, Jumanji. Not to review that. That was not a good
We don't
movie.
need to talk about that.
But it was entertaining.
Jumanji
It was entertaining. It was
movie.
fun, but it was not good by any stretch. It was just okay.
We can review that one later. I have my thoughts on that, but
I don't think we've ever talked about it, actually. We maybe have to review that one.
We can sometime, but not right now.
Not right now.
I think we're pretty much wrapped up on this spoiler.
Yeah, I think so too. What else is to be said about this terrible? Look,
I don't know, but
if you want to be entertained,
I'm sure there's
You'll be
other
entertained,
hilarious parts
but-
that I could think of. All of a sudden, there's a manhunt out for him, or all of a sudden there's remember that part?
oh
You were
yeah, like how did they know it was him? Like,
who cares? There were several. There's a lot of things that
remember the hand through the wall? Like, why did you just wait? Where are you? Like, where did they come from? Where was that place?
Oh yeah, that made no sense. They were just down
Like-
in the ground.
Were they in the ground? Why didn't they walk through the building? They had all that stuff for.
Yeah, there's not that many people in the building.
No sense.
They could have just acted like they were
Like
mechanics
maintenance, because they
or
seem to have been doing that
maintenance
just fine.
and gone up there.
I mean, they got everything else. You would think there'd be easier ways to steal that if you're going to. Well, again, we're getting into the logic of this horrible thing. It's not
Don't
worth
even
it.
bother.
I'm not gonna try. I mean, heck, the one guy was there. Why didn't you just hold him hostage? Be like, look, I'm gonna whatever. I'm not gonna.
Yeah. What
You're
the?
in on it. I thought you were.
There were times where he was alone with him.
This is just
I'm
giving me
getting-
a bigger
I'm gonna get
headache.
angry.
I'm
I'm
getting
gonna get
furious, and it's.
I'm past the laughing part. I'm starting
yeah.
to get mad now. All right, give me a headache, Dave.
No, this movie gave me a headache. I mean, it was nice, and then the more you think about it, the more it just rots your brain. I want to change my score, but if I watch it again,
the score is
if I
fine.
watch
What
it
did we
again,
give it? A 5?
I give it a 5 because it's right at the medium level. Anything below a 5 is painful to watch.
There's a way this could have gotten worse. Believe me.
But you know what ticks me off?
It was not Ghostbusters 2016 level.
No,
it was not.
but all you again, I've said it last one. You just need to fix a few things, and it could be good. This needs a lot of fixing.
Oh yeah, it did.
A lot of fixing. Main issues: you need to rework the story, give it an R rating, and get rid of the family. Almost
They
get
could've
rid
gotten
of
by with that
remove the
R
family
rating.
concept. Really make it a Die Hard copy, and I would have been fine with that.
Not a copy.
Not a copy, but hey, the building's on fire. It's Die Hard. I have to go through and kill these people to save my
They could have
boss. At the
definitely done
top.
it better.
I don't need the family aspect. Maybe the wife's there. Maybe she knows the guy. Who knows? Whatever. But not what it was. It was terrible. I'm disappointed in The Rock for actually, because I wanted to see him in action stuff. And this
say that.
No, because I expect him as an action star. He did not do anything here. You either act, which you can't act,
I don't
because
care
I don't
what he
expect you
does.
to act. I don't want you to act. I want you to kill
He can
people.
do no wrong, in my eyes.
Well, he did wrong in this. I'm sorry. He didn't break my heart, but he just made me upset. A little bit. Now, if I'd seen that shirt pop off, then maybe I would have been a little
I've
happier.
changed it all. No question.
All right. Tell us what you thought. Like, comment, subscribe, or not.
Yeah, we don't care.
Yeah,
Whatever.
it's whatever
It
to
doesn't
us,
matter to us.
honestly. But, if you want, then go for it. Tell us what you thought. And Chris, I love you.
Yeah, I love you too.